If you watched my latest video, I talked about some of the towns surrounding Tampa, and my thought was to give you some ideas of the options available for suburbs that you could move to. Give you kind of a taste of what it's like to live around Tampa, but not be in Tampa. One of those towns that is well within driving distance of downtown Tampa, like maybe 15-20 minutes, is Lutz. Let's get started. Welcome to our channel. We're glad you took a minute to visit us. My name is Mike Lavoie. If this is your first visit, please click on the subscribe button down below. We'll let you know when our next video comes out. There are a couple of dozen small communities surrounding Tampa, places like Riverview and Brandon, Bel Rico, Temple Terrace, Odessa, and Land O'Lakes. One area that's overlooked a lot is called Lutz. I know it's spelled L-U-T-Z, which for most of the world would be pronounced Lutz, but around Tampa it's pronounced L-O-O-T-Z, Lutz. Don't ask, just go with it. If you're looking for a large metropolis move to, Lutz is not it. Lutz is a quiet suburb, very rural. Downtown Lutz has a school, a post office, an Ace Hardware, and a Winn-Dixie grocery. There's a couple of historical buildings, like the school building that was built, I think it was 1927. There's a replica of the original railroad station and the obligatory McDonald's. Lutz is not a new area. W.P. Lutz is credited with bringing the railroad to the area, as well as getting the United States Post Office to authorize a branch office there in the late 1800s. Lutz was pretty much rural, cows and farms, up until the late 1980s. Growth really started to speed up in the 1990s with upscale developments like Cheval, Wellington Manor, and of course Ladera, that attracted people to get out of the congestion of Tampa. Back then, land was less expensive, so homes were built on larger lots. Larger lots, better value, less traffic, a better lifestyle. Sounds reasonable to me. The lifestyle in Pasco is a lot more relaxed than around Tampa, around downtown Tampa, with a variety of places to live, things to do, and places to go. Lutz itself has just over 20,000 inhabitants, but what the post office considers Lutz is probably going to double that number. The smaller population gives residents a sparse suburban feel while not being far from the business sections of downtown Tampa and West Shore. Most of Lutz is in Pasco County. Homes out in Pasco range from the brand new master plan community subdivisions like Bexley, and older subdivisions like Willow Creek, where you still get homes on acreage. Live on one of the several lakes around Lutz. While we're at it, let's talk about homes, prices, and what you can expect when you're looking for a new home. There are several communities around Lutz, and there is no way I can cover them in this video. So I'm going to skim over the more popular ones as far as I see it. On the upper end of the scale, there is Cheval. Cheval is located on the west side of what the post office considers Lutz. It is a tree-lined subdivision made up of beautiful, larger homes on half-acre or more lots. Most of them are on the private golf course Cheval Golf Country Club. The other ones are on TPC of Tampa. I was a member at Cheval Golf Club for a year. It is a very top-notch golf course. Cheval is a gated community with guards at all three entrances 24/7. Cheval also has traveling guards roaming around the subdivision 24 hours a day, and that makes it one of the safest communities in Tampa. Cheval is assigned to the very highly rated Steinbrenner, Martinez, and McKittrick School District. Those schools are just outside the north entrance on Lutz Lake Fern. Cheval is really divided into two sections. You got Cheval East and Cheval West. Cheval East is the original section. It has estate-sized homes, 3,000 to 7,000 square feet or so. Prices start in the high 800s and get into the millions of dollars pretty darn quick. They're going to top off about $4 million. These homes are custom built. A lot of them were built by Hanna Barletta back in the day. They are not your average cookie cutter homes you're going to find in some of the new developments around Tampa. Not every house looks like the other one. Besides Cheval Golf Country Club, the residents also have access to the clubhouse with tennis courts, a fitness center, an aquatic center, and the tavern for dinner and drinks. Cheval West was built later and on the average has smaller lots, although there are some homes with huge lots, but they're really the exception. Prices are going to start in the high 500s and top off at the maybe $2 or $3 million mark. A lot of the homes in Cheval West line the TPC Tampa Bay golf course. It is a beautifully maintained 18-hole championship golf course. There is another pro shop there, a bar and a dining room called the Quattro. Over at the corner of Livingston Road and Newburgh Road on the east side of Lutz is a subdivision called the Sanctuary of Livingston. The Sanctuary is another older, smaller subdivision with beautiful estate-sized homes on 1 acre or larger lots. Homes there range in size from 3,500 to over 6,000 square feet. Prices are in the high 800s and go up pretty quick. The Sanctuary is about 5 or 6 miles or so from I-75, where it's also the Tampa Bay Premium Outlets located with dozens of restaurants over there. It's about 6 miles to the medical center and the University of Florida campus. A lot of residents that live there work at one place or the other. Another gated community in the same basic area is Highland Oaks Preserve. Highland Oaks is a small community of about 36 or 37 homes built on larger lots. There are no extra amenities in the community, so there are no CDD fees. I have a video on CDD fees. The link is down below. Watch it later. Homes in Highland Oaks are going to be more conservative at 2,500 to 3,600 square feet, priced in the mid 400s to the $600,000 mark. There are several developments going up in the Lutz area as well. Tarramor by WCI Homes is just west of the Veterans Toll Road, making access to downtown Tampa, Tampa International Airport, the business center over on West Shore, or the best beaches in the country at Clearwater Beach very easy to get to. Tarramor is going to have homes from around $500,000 to just over $1 million. It is unique from other master plan developments being built in that it does not have a 20,000 square foot clubhouse and several pools and a dozen or so golf courses. It does have a very nice clubhouse with a pool and tennis courts. It also has a lot lower CDDs to pay for. I mean, that's not such a terrible trade-off, especially if you don't use the community pool because you have your own pool. Tarramor is also assigned to the Steinbrenner, Martinez, and McKittrick school districts. So what if you really don't want a master planned community with, thousands of homes in it? What about living on a lake or a couple of acres with maybe a horse? Just a side thought, if you haven't already purchased a horse, think about it first. We let our oldest have a horse. Not the best decision we've ever made in our lives. Out along Garassi Road, Newburgh Road, Crooked Lane, and several others, you're going to find homes on acres, not lots. There are several lakes in the area around Lutz. Most are large enough to go skiing on. And there's Lake Hobbs, Lake Thomas, Cooper Lake, and that's just, 3 of probably a dozen. All of them, or most of all of them, have homes, both large and small, all around the lake. All of those homes are going to be $500,000 or more if you can get one, and probably going to be closer to $1 million, to be real with you. So why would people want to live in Lutz? Several reasons. Location, proximity to downtown Tampa and St. Pete, Tampa International Airports, that's just to start with. The main road, US 41, runs north and south, and maybe a half a mile north of downtown, you're going to find ranches and cajos, open land, until you get to probably pretty much land of lakes. South on US 41 is going to drop you off in the Carrollwood area of Tampa. It's about 20 or so miles south of downtown Tampa. So if you work downtown in the morning, the trek to the office is going to be 30 to 45 minutes. I pulled this map up around 4 o'clock on a weekday afternoon, and the ride's going to be 30 to 40 minutes during rush hour, and that's assuming No accidents, no construction. It could happen, I mean, it has. We live in Lutz, and I can tell you right now, the location is great. Getting to the airport is 25 minutes using the Veterans Toll Road. Clearwater Beach, which is arguably one of the nicest beaches in the country, is under an hour. Except for spring vacation, don't even go there. Save the ride-related spike in your blood pressure for something worthwhile. St. Pete, also one of the top beaches in the country, is just over an hour. Other major attractions include Busch Gardens and Adventure Island. The Museum of Science and Industry. Glacier Children's Museum in downtown Tampa. You've got Zoo Tampa. And my grandson's favorite place, Dinosaur World. If you're into the arts, the Straz Center for Performing Arts is one of the best in the country for musicals, Broadway shows, and that kind of stuff. Near to Lutz, there are several shopping malls. The biggest is probably Tampa Premium Outlet with something like 210 stores. Just east of that is the Shops at Wiregrass with a couple of hundred more stores. Off to the west, you're going to find Citrus Park Mall and the International Mall for more of your shopping enjoyment. And if you really wanna, Disney, SeaWorld, Universal Studios, and all the related attractions are just about an hour or so away to the east in Orlando. One of the more popular attractions is Ybor City. You gotta go if you're looking for some excitement, diversity, and some great Cuban food, drinks, and cigars. Okay, so you're gonna be living in Florida. Most of the time is spent outdoors, and a lot of that is probably more than what you've experienced in other parts of the country. I mean, we play golf 11 months out of the year, and there are several of those around the Lutz area. Biking, hiking is another outdoor activity that a lot of people get into, and there are hundreds of miles just waiting for you to go on. Boating, kayaking, and canoeing are doable in several of the parks in the area. And baseball, soccer, football, all those are handled over the Oscar Cooler Sports Complex in downtown Lutz. If you're interested in professional sports, you're gonna love living here. The Super Bowl champions, twice now, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are only 15 to 16 miles away from Lutz. Yankee spring training home games are right around the corner, it's right across the street. Stanley Cup champions, remember, multiple times I might add, Tampa Bay Lightning, they play about 15 to 16 miles away in Amelia Island. And our professional soccer team, the Rowdies, play over in St. Pete at Al Lang Field. We pretty much got you covered. If you're in a Grand Prix, St. Petersburg has an annual Grand Prix race downtown. It's a great way to spend a weekend. Events are all over the place. Tampa is famous for its boat show. I mean, we're surrounded by water. We have home shows, gun shows. We celebrate strawberries, blueberries, rattlesnakes, craft beer, cigars. I mean, Tampa is known as the Cigar City, which is a whole different story we'll get into later. And my favorite, we celebrate margaritas. Tampa is home to the third largest parade in the country, the Gasparilla Invasion, and the entire Gasparilla season, which runs from mid-December to early May. If you haven't heard about the Gasparilla season, watch this video. And then there is the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, you got fishing, boating, windsurfing, scuba diving, some really wonderful white powdery beaches. They're probably the best in the country. And there are miles of them, from the very touristy and commercial Clearwater Beach to a lot more remote, not so crowded, Honeymoon Island or Caladesi Island. So there you have it, Lutz, Florida, the place you're gonna wanna live. I like to use niche.com for some of my research, and they give Lutz an A overall rating. I would have to agree with them. There's a link in the comment section. Actually, there are quite a few. One is for suggestions on video topics. Let us know if there's something you'd like to know about homes or living in Tampa, the surrounding area, or Florida for that matter. One of those buttons is one of those links is going to get you information on homes for sale in Lutz. One of those links is going to get you a list of homes in Lutz area that have been sold. Now, why would I want you to see what homes are already sold? It's easy. I want you to know that what the homes are actually selling for compared to the list price. I get a lot of people asking me about deals in the Tampa Bay area for homes. Let me be perfectly clear. Unless you want to buy a POS foreclosure that is going to take 6 to 12 months to remodel and several thousand more dollars, there are no deals in the housing market around Tampa. Homes are being bought for more than list price. This link is there as a confirmation. I have a whole video about list versus sales price. Take a look at it. It's not that long and has some very interesting statistics. I would like to thank you for taking time to watch this video. If you like it, click the thumbs up button down below. If you really liked it, share it with someone you know that might be interested. Remember, sharing is caring. Thanks again. We'll talk to you later.